Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're having the map of the world in front of us, and I'm going to explain a little bit about our lane, how we travel through Europe, parts of Russia, and we will do it by train. We start on the 5th of June, and we start in a tiny little country where we live. This is the Netherlands, and I point out Amsterdam, but actually it's The Hague where we live. And then we take the tuk-tuk train, and we go to a small place called Emmerich, and that's already in Germany. It's maybe 2 hours, and then we are in Germany, so we're on the train. We change trains in Emmerich, and then we have a direct train going to Moscow. And Moscow is in Russia, of course. And we cross another country. If we take that train, we go like this through Berlin, and we are on the border of Poland. And I'm not exactly sure if this is the correct line, but we will pass through Warsaw, and then on to Belarus and up to Moscow. This will take us about 2 days, and we stay one night in Moscow and then have another train, which is called this Trans-Siberia Express, which brings us all the way to Ulan-Ude, which is down there, very close to the Baikal Lake. And not exactly sure how that line will follows, but roughly I'll draw a line. It goes all the way like this. And then to Omsk, Novosibirsk, probably that's how you spell that, I'm not sure. Tomsk, Gdansk, and then we are very close to where we will finally end with the train, Ulan-Ude. This train journey is about a little bit longer than a week. I guess this is something like 10,000 kilometers in total, so that's why it takes 8 hours. From this place, our real journey will begin, because our real journey is cycling, and that's where we start. Taking the bikes out of the box and start pedaling. Well, assemble them first and then start pedaling. And a little bit through Russia again. I think it will take maybe 2 or 3 days. It's only 200 kilometers. And from there we enter the borders of Mongolia. And that's where the real country begins. Most of people go to Ulaanbaatar. Well, we will not go to Ulaanbaatar, but turning to the left for the viewers at home, and go to a monastery I forgot the name of. You maybe know, Margot.
Oh, it's a terribly long name.
Okay.
We'll read it to you when we get there. We'll spell it out.
Okay, and from there to the south of Mongolia, and if I'm correct, we will see another monastery right here, and then turn to the right again to catch up with the more decent roads, where also the railway is beside. Go to the south of Mongolia, and this is actually the only place we can leave Mongolia and enter China. Now you go with us all the way. Yeah. Hey, there's another cycler. That's Margot. She's a little bit behind.
Thank you, mate.
Okay, we are in China and continue the road a little bit to the south, and we have to take a sort of a loop because this is very hard desert road. We can't really cycle, but we hope to go as early as possible to the left to follow this road to Baotao. Something, maybe I pronounced it a little bit wrongly, but sounds like that. And from there we continue south again, Final destination will be Lanzhou from here, and this is to the inlands, where Chinese walls will be around a little bit, and finally Lanzhou. Hey, another cycler. Now this is a fancy one. This one is the same as we will cycle all the way, but now again more to the south, to Chengdu. And from Chengdu we are in a more familiar part for us, because we have been in this part before, which is more Tibetan kind of country, very hilly, and it will be hilly from here, where we enter the sides of the Himalaya, which is all the way here, Himalayas. I think we will finally be in Dali and having high roads to up to 4,000 meters, something like that, I guess. Okay, Dali, very nice place. We have some rest days, and from there we continue to the south and finally find a way to Laos. And Laos is right here, and then cross the border to Nuam Thang, I think it is the name, in the direction of Luang Prabang. Maybe we will visit this town again, I'm not sure, or we turn earlier to the right and go inland to a more remote area of Laos. The fields of jars are in the area as well, and then to the south again, and catching up with the Mekong Delta, well, Delta not exactly, but the river, very close to Cambodia, and that's also the place where we cross borders with Cambodia. We do a very short trip in Cambodia, only maybe 2 or 3 weeks. One reason is because we have been there and cycled a long way there, and then crossing again borders on Thailand, because we want to go to Malaysia. We have to cross Thailand, and like this.
Oh, we want beaches by then.
Yeah, we're looking for beaches, and well, if Bangkok is quiet at that time, we will enter Bangkok for catching up with maybe with friends, but also gearing up with the bicycle stuff we need, and then again it's on the bike to the south of Thailand, finding beaches all along here, which is very nice, but also a little bit touristy maybe. And then all the way to the south, and then we are already at the border of Malaysia, and we crossing Malaysia here through all these small tiny villages on the east coast, and finally work our way around to Singapore. That's the stop where we have to find somebody who pedals us to the other side of the ocean, where is Australia, or we take a plane that brings us to Australia. And we're running out of the map now, because there's no Australia on this map.
Well, there's a little bit of Australia in the corner there. I'm not quite sure if I can manage to show it to you. Yep, the green bit is Australia.
And actually this is where we have to go to, Darwin. From Darwin we will cycle anti-clockwise all the way from Darwin to Perth, and then to Adelaide, Melbourne, and finally Singapore.
Sydney.
Sydney. That's where we finally having a beer with friends, and this will be the end of the cycle trip, I guess. Yeah. Okay, right. That's it.